We at 221 South 52nd Street. We got lights, cameras in the building.
Yo.
You already know. I asked you a couple
man.
questions. You feel me?
Get it.
So I want to start off by asking you, like, what part of Philadelphia you from, and how was it coming up in Philly?
I'm from uptown. I claim uptown. I'm from up top. I actually was born down west though. I was born up 63rd Street, like near Edison. But I lived in every section of the city, so I actually lived down the street at 53rd and Edison. I moved all around though, but I'm from uptown. I know my shit was typical. You feel me? You know, typical. You know what I mean? Mom, no pop around, trying to figure it out, grinding. You know what I mean? You know, I actually played sports coming up, so I had a little name in the city already from playing basketball. I played up 63rd Street. We played with RBK, Reebok, All Stars, AAU. So I used to be on West. I used to be down West a lot, but I don't know. My shit was. I was out the way. I really wasn't like a problem child. You know, I was around with a lot of shit, you know what I mean, and involved with a lot of shit, but I kind of was out the way. I typically was focusing on music and sports. It was when I got older that I really dedicated myself to music, you feel me? Like, that was like, yeah, that's what I'm on. And, you know, I've been at this shit ever since. I mean, that's what, yeah.
What part of the city better, uptown or West Philly?
Come on, man, we up top, to the, you know what I mean?
That's
To
the
the
wrong
devil,
answer.
man. We up top, you heard me? You know what I mean?
I know I remember you, like, for me, I remember when you first came out, I think Gillie co-signed you. That's when I first seen you, like, Gillie was co-signing you at first, so what's your relationship with Gillie?
Oh, man, to be honest with you, Gil was trying to sign me. He was trying to sign me when I was like 19. And at the time, you know, niggas just trying to figure it out. I had management, and, you know, they was trying, you know, it's so crazy because a lot of times being an artist in Philly, like when you at your hottest moments or when you in your glory, you kind of be a little arrogant, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what come with this shit. But you tend to get this mentality like, I fuck with niggas, they cool, but I'm gonna do it myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I kind of had that same situation with a lot of different individuals, you know, just grinding it up. But in that though, you get to see who genuinely fuck with you, because when you tell a nigga, I'm cool, I fuck with you, but I'm doing my own thing, typically niggas stop fucking with you because ain't no benefit for them.
Right.
Gil one of them niggas that continue to support me even though I was doing my own thing.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So, you know, me and Gil relationship, no matter what, is always gonna be like, yeah, that's big bro. You know what I mean?
I got you. What's your take on the podcast, Mula Work for Game podcast?
Oh, man, that shit kind of crazy when you think about it, because it's like, I know him personally.
Got you.
So I know it's not really like a character. This is Gil all the time. You feel me? Like, we'd be in the studio at Batcave, and it's like some of the same shit he talking about on the podcast or the shit he going live about, he talking about right here.
Right.
So it's like when you think of that, it's like that just that's a testament to how much of a star he is, because you go from being one of the biggest rappers, you know what I mean, in the city, and, you know, influencing a lot of the niggas that's hot. To this day, you got Nicki Minaj saying, you know, Gil was one of my favorite rappers at a point in time. You know, obviously his relationship with Wayne and Cash Money. And then, you know, just, you know what I mean, looking at how shit goes sometimes, you know, you feel like you might have had your run. That's it. And a nigga like him was like, no, fuck that. This is my double back. You feel me? Or my triple back. So he did the movies, and then now you got podcasts. So when I look at that shit, even for myself, be like, this shit ain't never over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He might be at the height of his career now than he ever been in his whole 20 years. And so it's like, that's, you know what I mean, that's motivation for a nigga like me, like, keep stepping.
Got you. Like, with me and Kadir, we talking about, like, what guests we like to see on the podcast. You a person I bring up, you feel me? I like to see you on that joint. Could we see you on that joint sometime soon? What's your thoughts on that?
On Gil and them joints?
Podcast.
I mean, you know, like, one thing about me, I never been big on forcing shit. I feel like things won't happen when they supposed to. So, you know what I mean? It makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the person that's, you know, like, yo, bring me up there. I want to earn it. You feel me? I want them to feel like, yo, we got here lights on the podcast. So it's like, when that happen, that'll happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that to happen. I wanted to ask you about you being on Meek Project, and how did it change your life being on the album?
Oh man, you know, like, yet again, this is another one of them scenarios where it's like when you want to come up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, everything be a little different for each person, but for me, it was like, that shit was like taking an elevator.
Gotcha.
You feel me? I had been grinding, I've been establishing myself in the city and, you know what I mean, creating my name. But I kind of feel like that shit was cool, but it's like instantly, overnight, you go global. I was on Empire, I think a year before it came out. So I was building my status. I had seen what it looked like and what it felt like to kind of go viral or kind of have a moment. But this shit was different, you know what I'm saying? Like, this a whole different level, a whole different status. So, you know, just that opportunity in itself, like, I was actually the only artist on that project that wasn't signed. You feel me? That's a gold project. To this day, I'm a gold selling artist. You feel me? So it's like, when you get that type of oop and that type of opportunity, like, yeah, that's a game changer. You feel me? To this day, I could walk in certain rooms and be like, yeah, nigga, I was on Meek album, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, that's heavy.
For sure. But what's your advice, like being so successful, being on Meek album? What's your advice to like a younger artist that's coming up? What would you tell them? That's trying to get in your spot, your position?
I tell a younger artist, don't cut no corners. A lot of times, everybody looking for the easy way out, or they looking for the elevator. And don't get me wrong, it was a great opportunity, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta take the stairs.
Gotcha.
Just stay on the stairs. If a oop come or opportunity come, you take it, you take advantage of it, but you keep taking your stairs. Because it's like, I don't know, I was watching this interview with The Weeknd, and he was talking about, I forget what opportunity he had. I forget who it was. Somebody offered him to go on tour. And him and his management, I forget who it was. It wasn't Drake. It was somebody that was more, like, they was bigger at that time. I can't remember who it was, but they offered him an opportunity to go on tour around the world. And him and his management was like, no, we cool. Right. We just gonna keep doing our 1,500 a night. And we gonna build our stand, you know what I mean? Build our following and build our ground. Because a lot of times people want that elevator, and when you, it's like playing a video game. Yeah. You play a video game and then your man start playing for you and you skip 4 or 5 rounds, and then now he give you a controller back and you trying to figure out how to play at this level, but you skipped all these other levels.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That shit hard as shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting better. You actually just getting put in a position you gotta go to the process. So I tell a lot of artists out here, like, stop. The more time you spending cutting corners, the more time you're gonna have to come back and fix that shit. You know what I mean?
How long you been growing your dreads for? Because I remember when you first came out, you had no dreads.
Yeah, I've been growing these. I don't even know, bro. I think December it'll be. This December, I think it'll be 2 years. I don't know what to be counting, bro. I had a fro for like a year. That shit was just going crazy. My bad. I had a fro for like a year, and that shit was going crazy. And I was about to cut it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just lock this shit, and I locked it. And I think it's been 2 years now since I locked it, but I already had a fro for a year. But I ain't gonna lie, I be ready to cut this shit every day. I know y'all probably don't want to hear that. It seems like everybody in here got locks. I don't like the maintenance. You feel me? Like, sometimes I just want to go ahead and get a cut, you know what I mean?
I wonder, so like, you know, we super pro-black in the store and everything, so I want to ask you this question on, are you an African nationalist?
I don't know what that is. You gotta.
Like, for example, like, you know, other races, like Indians, they take care of Indians, Chinese people take care of Chinese people. So my definition is like basically taking care of ourselves, you feel me?
Right.
African culture. So.
Oh man, I'm all for us. Like, first and foremost, I'm half African. So my pop from Sierra Leone. I went to Sierra Leone about 2 years ago for the first time. And that shit, like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, we go through it here. Right. We struggle. We got our own type of struggle. Yeah. But when you really go over there and you see it, like, yeah, I appreciate every second of my life a little more when I watch somebody who really, like, ain't got no food tonight. And they, like, $2 can feed a family for 2 weeks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I actually went over there and I heard somebody say to me that I would go to jail for 20 years in America if I could come out and be free in America. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just, I'm all for the people though. Me and my man always argue because, you know, naturally, you know, sometimes having that good heart, you can get taken advantage of. Right. You want to be for the people, but you always still want to be for yourself first. And it's like, that's a hard, especially as a leader, that's a hard thing to balance. Gotcha. When to take care of everybody else and when to secure yourself. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and sometimes people got 2 totally different perspectives on how to go about that. So, you know, naturally with me, I always feel like I got a big heart. And sometimes that shit come back to bite me in the ass. Yeah. But I'm always for us because I feel like the stronger it's strength in numbers. If I win, you win, and everybody else win, then first and foremost, I ain't got to worry about you asking me because you winning too. I ain't got to worry about you trying to take from me because you winning too. But at the end of the day, we get stronger to go against whatever's out there that's trying to go at us.
Like for example, I think in like our culture, our race, well, some races they won't like support nothing but their race. You feel me? They buy water, they gonna make sure they get their water from their race first. You feel me? In our culture, it's not like that at all. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm a realist too, so I'm all for supporting us, but you gotta come correct with your shit. If a white man or Asian got some shit that's better than you and they handling it right, I'm gonna go spend my money where my money gonna go the furthest. I'm not all for that, oh, we from the same city, support me, or I'm black. No, nigga, go hard. If you ain't going hard, then I'm gonna go fuck with whoever going hard. So I'm, like I said, it's a double-edged sword.
Other races, they don't think like that. Other races, they gonna support the other race. They don't care if it's worse or better.
Yeah, but we fucked up as a people. Right. You feel me, as a whole. And I don't know how, I can't speak on how fucked up as a people other people is. And like I said, naturally a nigga will come up to me with some bullshit ass shirts and try to sell them to me for the high. And then say, oh, it's for the people. And it's like, no, it's for you. Yeah, and if it's for you, then I'm going to do what's best for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the mindset, at least looking for somebody, you feel me? Say if you're trying to get some work done in your crib, you look for a black card.
No, yeah, for sure.
Before you go outside your race, you feel me? I think that's going to uplift the race.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I want to ask you, like, what you think is, like, the solution to the violence in the city? What's your opinion? You feel me? I know a lot of people.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard-ass question to ask, bro, because it's like, I don't even know. I be feeling like, and I think this, like I said, I be balancing, bro. Sometimes I'm all for the love, and then sometimes I'm all for the survival. So, and on another note, sometimes I'm just on the, like, I personally feel like if I would say it, I would say secure your home.
Gotcha.
And that's like a tough love joint, because it's like, I can't think about saving people that don't want to be saved.
Yeah.
I gotta save the people that I can save and the people that want to save themselves. Right. And you will spend a lot of energy and time trying to figure out something that's impossible to figure out, and be missing that energy and time on the shit that really need to be helped, because some of these niggas don't want to stop the violence. Right. I'm not about to be standing out here holding no sign, talking about stop the violence, and I don't know if that's gonna ever work. Yeah. But I do know, me and mine, we gonna figure it out, and we gonna get ourselves together, and then when we establish ourselves, all right, now we can come back and try to help out, because it's like, you'll risk it all. I got a line where I say, you'll sink your own ship trying to save somebody else's. Right. You feel me? So I can't get too caught up in that, because I want to, but it might feel like that shit, like, you know what I mean, null and void. You know what I mean? That's a deep ass interview. He asking me them, you know what I mean, them type questions.
I get deep. Yeah, so.
I thought you was gonna ask me shit like, who your favorite rapper or shit like that.
Speaking of your favorite rappers, like,
oh, come on,
yeah,
we ain't gonna do that.
Who your top five
in the city? In Philly. That's kind of hard to say that now, because I don't know all these niggas, bro. It's 1,000 of them.
I'm saying your favorites, like somebody you listen to.
We talking about old school, or we talking about new school? How we
all
can?
The time.
All time, bro. You got, come on, all time. I'm gonna put Young Chris. He up there. You gonna get me in some shit like this, you hear me? Mac, definitely Meek. Damn. So now what we talking about though? We talking about like you know what I mean?
Like somebody like,
cause you gotta throw Uzi in there now. Like you got
to, top
bro.
Five, I don't listen to Uzi, but if he in top five. He want to be in my top five, but
he want me in your top five? So we just talking about rapping skills, or we talking about success? Like what we talking about?
I think you gotta branch all in one. Success, rapping skills, all that. Somebody who made it more.
Alright, we gonna do Mac, we gonna do Meek, we gonna do Young Chris, I'm gonna do shit. I got 2 more left, huh? I'm gonna do. Damn, bro, this kind of hard. I'm gonna say on my last 2, I'm gonna bring it up to date. I'm gonna do Cora Uzi on my last 2, just to make sure I do something for the new.
I got you both, yes. I got you. All right.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna stand on.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. You know, like we only here on the planet for a certain amount of time. You feel me? So what's your goals? What are you trying to accomplish in this lifetime?
I mean, like when they used to ask me that, like in like school, and certain shit, I will always say, I want to be remembered. You feel me? And I don't want to be remembered like T-shirt remembered, like painting on the wall remembered. I want like, when I check out, they might have to look in the history book about me. You feel me? Like, I want to know I did something so impactful that I live after I die. So that's like one of my main goals in life is just to make sure like they remember me for a while, if not forever. You feel me?
I feel you. Now I wanted to say like your song Never Lose, like that motivate me a lot. Like, I be going to the gym, I be working out too. You feel me? I be like having my days. You feel me? And I play that song to uplift me. You feel me? So definitely appreciate the song and the music you put out and all that.
That's love.
For sure. Yeah. So anything you want to say before we tap out interview?
No, man. I appreciate y'all. I think this real dope what y'all got going on. I actually wasn't too familiar to it, so you know what I mean. Y'all just made me a fan, and I'ma support in any way that I can. It's the type of shit that y'all need, that we need. And I was just talking to bro and saying like, a lot of times people be wanting to do good things and help the community, but they not actively in the community. And it's like it's hard to relate to that shit. So y'all smack dead in the middle of the trenches, trying bring some positive energy, and I commend that. That's thorough.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? We signing out. Lights, cameras, you know what I'm saying, in the building. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ACAB YouTube channel, ACAF.
You know, let's get it.